Okay, now we're going to talk about how to add our guest into the database if it's from Airbnb. So you do the same process. You go into clients, the little plus sign to add a new one. You go to the daily email for the day. Okay, here it is. So that shows you that this is from Airbnb. Copy and paste that name in. Paste it in. And you're going to add in the contact info. If it's not on the email, you can come up here inside of her message in Airbnb and copy and paste that email right there. That'll be the emails for Airbnb. Okay, come in here, paste it in. Do the same process, come over to notes. This one is Airbnb. That just helps us keep track of where it was booked. Come down to rentals, do the plus sign again. Takes you over here, so that's always going to be in order. Don't worry about that number. There's her name. So this one was booked on March 31st. Okay, so we come here. In the calendar, we're going to March 31st. Today it was booked on. Then we're going to go back to the email and find her confirmation number. So copy and paste that number right there. Paste it in. Okay. Booking agent was Victoria. Okay. Product, Marriott Points. It was a studio at Shadow Ridge Villages. Studio. Shadow Ridge Villages. And that was booked under Gooden. That's the owner of Gooden, okay? So we need to put it here next to description. Gooden, so we know who it's booked on. And we're gonna come over to the check-in date. Check-in date is May 27th through May 28th. Okay. May 27th through May 28th, and that's one night. Perfect. So then to come over here and find the price for the EXT price, you're going to come over here, enter the message in Airbnb. I'm going to turn this around. You're going to come all the way down. Here's the information to the left-hand side, and you're going to see that it's one night, and that was for $105. So you're going to go back into the database for the EXT price. You're going to type in the $105. Okay, click anywhere on the screen so it calculates here. In Airbnb, we don't have the 13% tax, so you don't have to do anything for that in Airbnb. So you're going to come over to the expenses page. If in Airbnb you see here in the total that says cleaning fee, instead of service fee, sometimes it'll be a cleaning fee on top of that. If there is a cleaning fee, you will put it on this charges page. So there's not one in this one, but just an example, you would put it select here, you would do cleaning, you would do for what size studio, and write how much it says. Usually it's $39. So this one doesn't have it, but in case it was, that's where you would put that. Okay, so you go to expenses, you do the 3%. Do the 3% here in the product. It'll automatically calculate all the way over here. You'll see it's $3.15. So that's good. And then you're going to come back to here and do the product. You're going to do Marriott Points. let's see, this one was for 115 points under Gooden. Okay, so come over here to quantity. I'm going to do 115. You're going to do the owner account. If it was a VD, of course you would do this, but it's not, so we're doing owner account. This pops up. Create new purchase, yes, because we want to find this guest, or this owner, sorry. Okay, so we're going to search in here for Gooden. Okay, this is a good example because he's not in here. So in this case, if he was in there, you would find where he was and click the name, and then it will automatically calculate how many points and take it out of his account for the database. But in this case, he's not there. So you're going to do cancel. You're going to come back over here, purchase number. You're going to type in that it was Gooden. You're going to go into the rental tracker to see how much he was charged per point. So each owner is charged a certain amount per point. And you'll find that this takes a minute to load, so we'll just come back over here. Okay, so as soon as we find out how much the cost per point is that we charge him, then we'll put it there. So let's come in here. It takes a minute to load, just give it a second. This is where you'll find how much we pay each owner for per point. And that comes in handy when we're putting it into the database. Just let that load there. Does take a minute. Okay, so then you're going to come up here to the tab where it says Marriott points purchased. Okay, you're going to do Control F, and that helps you search the owner. So we're looking for Gooden. So in this case, we would type in Gooden, and it'll come up right there. It says Karen Gooden. She's a standard owner, and we pay her 58 cents per point. So then you go back into the database. Under unit cost, you're going to do 0.58. Okay, double click on the screen, and it'll automatically calculate how much right there. Okay, so unlike Kigo, for Airbnb, you don't need to do payments received. And that's because in Airbnb, they get charged after their stay. So in this case, of course, they haven't stayed yet, so they haven't been charged yet. So that's it for the Airbnb ones. You just do the 3% there. There was a cleaning fee, you do it on the other page. And then always make sure that that total here matches up on the Airbnb screen. But yep, that's good to go then for Airbnb.